Hi, grade 7s. Today we are going to look at writing fractions in their simplest forms. Now, if you look at example 1, it says we can also do it as follows. They've got 4 over 6, and they say, what number can be divided into 4 as well as into 6? So if I look at that, I realize that it can be divided by 2, and that can be divided by 2. When I simplify, I say 2 into 4 goes twice, and 2 into 6 goes 3 times. So that would be the simplified version of 4 over 6. Right, when we look at example 2, we see that it says revise the highest common factors. Now, you guys learned about this earlier in the year. Remember that a highest common factor, HCF, is always written as factor of whatever the number is. So factors of 4, for example, equals, and then remember the funny squiggly bracket. Factors of 4, remember you're going to end with the number 4. So what can go into 4? That's what this means. So into 4 would be go. 1 can go, 2 can go into it, and 4 can go into it. And I close the squiggly bracket. Factors of, if you have a look at the next one, you've got factors of 6. And factors of 6 would be 1 can go in, 2 can go in, 3 can go in, and 4 can go in. And I close the squiggly bracket. Right, so we've got, those are the 4 factors for now. Now, if we keep looking at this and we see what the next factor would be, we've got factors. Sorry, guys, I would just want to erase this. If you have a look over here now, we've got factors of 4 and factors of 6. And they're asking, what is the HCF of this? In other words, what is the highest number that can go into both of these? 1 is not the highest. 2, yes. 4, not a 4. Sorry, guys. 6, lockdown brand for sure. So we've got 1 can go in, 2 can go in, 4 can't, and 6 is on its own. So the highest common factor would be a 2. So your highest common factor here is 2, and that is why we divided by 2 at the top. Right, if you look at the next example, it shows us a number line. Now, using a number line to add or subtract fractions, we have got over here, let's just have a look. Okay, let's have a look at number 1a first. So 1a says, what are the highest common factors for? The first one, 1a, has got factors of 4 is equal to, funny bracket. So factors of 4, we know 1 can go in, 2 can go in, and 4 can go in, close bracket. Remember, with factors, we always end on the number that is the factors of it. So if it's factors of 4, we end on 4. So there's not dot, 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 and it continues. That is for multiples. Right, so if we say factors of 4, then we've got factors of 12. Squiggly bracket, what goes into 12? 1 can, 2 can, 3 can, 4 can, 6 can, and 12 can. Once again, do you see we end with the factor number? Now, if I want to find the HCF of these two, I'm going to say, what is the HCF? The highest common factor would be a 4. So the HCF of these two is number 4. Right, and that's how you're going to continue there. If you look at number 2, you are going to write the fractions in their simplest form. If you look at the example, it shows you exactly how to do this. So I'm going to do the first one for you. So it's number 2a. Number 2a says we've got 3/9. So how do we write that in its simplest forms? Okay, so we're going to look for factors of 3 equals factors of 3. 1 can go into 3 and 3 can go into 3. Right, then we've got factors of 9. What can go into 9? 1, 3, and 9. Close bracket. What is the highest common factor here? Obviously, it's a 3. So I know I've got to divide by 3 and divide by 3. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So the answer here, simplified, is 1/3. Okay, you're going to do number 2, then number 3. Why do you think we need to simplify fractions? I need you to think about that and answer the question. Then problem solving. What is 324 in its simplest form? Over 414. Then do the following. Circle the correct symbol. Is this bigger than, smaller than, or equal to? Now, when you do the following, and I've got 4/5, smaller than, bigger than, equal to 8/10. Before I can figure this one out, guys, I've got to make sure that I put them both over the same denominator. So if I've got 4/5 or 8/10, I'm going to say 5 to get it to 10 times 2 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. So these two are equal to each other. Please complete the next one and then do the consolidation.